Live, going live. I'm live. You're live. I'm live. You're live. Am I live? Are you live? Yeah, adjust that a little bit. I'm live, yo. I'm live. And got me an apple because an apple a day keeps the dentist away or something like that. Something like that. But I'm live for my weekly live stream. And right, you know what? I just got done watching Supercell on Netflix. I did not intend on binge watching it, but that's exactly what I did. I watched one episode yesterday, and then I was just gonna watch one episode today. That was my original plan, and I was like, you know what, this is getting done. This is getting done. But it's not a very long series. It's like 6 episodes. They're about 45, 50 minutes each. I think the longest episode's an hour, or just about an hour, or something like that. And yeah, yo, Isaline, how is Yeen? Hey, 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 how is you today, day? How's your day going? How's your day been? Appreciate you joining this live stream, Isalyn. See how I got that rhyme going? Because I got the flow in, and when the flowing gets going, the rhymes get mowing. And when the mowing, okay, I've lost it. How you doing, Is? I'm great, cleaning up after my birth. Oh, happy birthday! Happy birthday! Am I allowed to ask how old you are? Because like there's like this thing that people my age and older, like old people like me, they say like, you're not supposed to ask a lady her age, right? But I feel like with the younger generation, I don't know, maybe they don't mind that so much. So 28, oh, that is a good age. I remember 28. I remember 28 like it was 12 years ago. Is it 12? Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. 28, 28. Yeah, 12 years ago. Damn. I'm doing good. I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. I just watched a TV show on Netflix called Supercell. Really good show. Ended up binge watching it. Wasn't my plan to binge watch it, but when the show's good, you just have to be like, what, cancel my plans. You put on a show when it's just that good, you're like, you know what, man's got to just cancel the plans because this is getting done. This is just getting done. Like, so yeah, I ended up watching a show called Supercell. I don't know if they have it in Netflix in Norway. Hopefully they do, but if they do, definitely worth checking out. And if they don't, then maybe get a VPN or something. But yeah, it's a real good show. It's done by the same guy who did a movie called Blue Streak. Was it Blue? Not Blue Streak. Blue Story. Which I don't know how famous that movie is outside the UK, but he did a movie called Blue Story some years back. His name's Rapman. He's a musician slash filmmaker slash, I guess, a bunch of other stuff. I think, to be fair, he's probably more known for his films than his music, at least as far as I can tell. Anyway, maybe in other circles, other people might say different, but he's a musician, a filmmaker. And he did a film a couple of years back called Blue Story, and then just recently put out a show in Netflix called Supercell. And yeah, great show, man. Like, I really, really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. It's like 6 episodes, about an hour each episode. And like I said, I wasn't planning on watching the whole thing because I watched one episode yesterday. The first episode yesterday, I was like, all right, it's really cool. And then my plan was to watch one episode today and then, watch, the rest later or whatever. But I was like, you know what? This got to cancel my plans. This is getting done. This is getting done. Haven't seen it. I should check it out. Definitely should. I'd recommend it. I'd recommend it. It's kind of like how, I mean, I've seen people describe it as Misfits meets Top Boy, which are both British shows that I don't know how popular. I think Top Boy is actually quite popular outside the UK. I think Top Boy was relatively popular outside the UK. I'm not sure how popular Misfits was outside of the UK though. So I don't know, maybe not heard of that one. But Misfits was from some years back. Misfits was like, I want to say like 2008, 2010, something like I can't remember. I'd have to look it up. But Misfits was a while ago. But yes, it's kind of, and I guess it's kind of fair to say it's a cross between those two shows in many respects, but it does so much different as well in order to just be its own thing. So it definitely has some inspiration from Misfits and some inspiration from Top Boy. I think that's undeniable, but it's still enough of its own show to just be its own really good show that's worth watching. So yeah, definitely recommended if you can get to see it. I haven't heard about any of them, but I've been living under a rock. Nah, that's so good. I mean, Misfits. Let me see if I can find where Misfits was because Misfits was a show, a UK show. Um, let's see when this was. It was 2009. Okay, it was 2009, and you can watch it on. What can you watch this if you want to see it? It's on Channel 4. Not Channel 4. What's it called? What's it called? 4 on demand. I don't know if 4 on demand works outside of the UK though. So this is where VPNs come in handy. But let me show you actually. Let me do the screen share real quick. Let me do screen share quick. So this was Misfits. It was 2009. It ran for 5 seasons. I know I didn't watch it all the way through. I think I watched the first 2, maybe 3 seasons, and I ain't gonna lie, man. I kind of dropped off of it. So I don't. Maybe I'll watch it again myself at some point, trying to complete it. Uh, but I remember the first few seasons being pretty decent. I don't remember exactly why I ended up dropping off. Probably just because at the time, the way TV was done, and ended up just forgetting about it or something. But I think I watched the first 1 or 2 seasons, and then kind of dropped off after that. But it was an okay show. And then Top Boy. Let me put that up. This is Top Boy. Top Boy, you might have heard of because I think this one was relatively popular outside of the UK, especially when Netflix took it over. Because this started on Channel 4 as well. In fact, actually, yeah, both shows started on Channel 4. Both Misfits and Top Boy started on Channel 4. But then Netflix took over Top Boy, and it became more popular when Netflix took over, and so you might have heard of that. But that's a pretty good show as well on Netflix. Top Boy. That's on Netflix, by the way. So you probably be able to watch that. You probably be able to watch that. But yeah, in any case, what's the show I was telling you about? It's called Supercell. We bring that up. That's on Netflix. So yeah, Supercell, really good show. Definitely worth watching. Okay, yes, I remember I saw like one. I think it's in a way. Like one episode before I lost the interest. Or one episode of Top Boy or one episode of Misfits. Misfits. Okay, yeah, yeah. Now I'm just crunching an apple in your ear. Yeah, Misfits. I feel. I mean, I don't remember hating it. I think to my memory, what happened is that it was on Channel 4, and at that time I wasn't really watching television so much. So I remember, or at least to my memory, I think I was watching it on 4 on demand, which is their online streaming service, Channel 4's online streaming service. And I was watching it on that, and at the time they were doing like, one episode a week. Sometimes they release them like weekly, right? And I guess they got up to that ever, whether it's end of season 2 or 3, or whichever how much I watched it for, and maybe waiting for the next season. I was just kind of like, I don't know about this. I just put, yeah, never bothered. And then after, I just kind of forgetting about it. ASMR. Yeah. ASMR stands for Apple Munching. Apple Munching sounds right now. But an apple a day keeps the dentist away or doctor away, maybe both. So what did you do for your birthday, Isaline? How did you celebrate, or did you celebrate? Hopefully you did. Whatever you did, hopefully you did something really cool. They have Supercell. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, definitely check it out. I don't remember what I did for my 28th birthday. I probably didn't do anything, in all honesty. Like, although I'm saying that you should celebrate and hope you celebrated, I probably didn't myself. In fact, I can't even remember the last time I celebrated a birthday. I would have been, I think the last time I celebrated a birthday was when I was 18. That's the last time I remember clearly. 17. I mean, maybe afterwards, like a mini celebration or something. But I feel like the last time I had like a proper celebration for my birthday was when I turned 18. So yeah, I celebrated with my family, just having dinner, and oh, that sounds nice still. I'm super big, but this was the first time I bothered to make food and a cake to mark the day. Oh, nice. Well, hopefully it was a nice cake. Hopefully it was a nice cake. Hopefully it was a real good cake. Cakes are nice. I mean, the thing about cake is that they're not super hard to make, but they are easy to mess up. You know what I mean? Like, once you got all the ingredients, you can make a cake, right? You can put them together and bake it, and you can pretty much make a cake. And it'd be fine, right? You know what I mean? It'd be fine. It's not going to be disgusting in most cases. It'd be fine. But yeah, you can mess them up pretty easily if you're not careful. But I feel like it's one of these things where, as long as you kind of pay attention to the ingredients, you know, you're gonna make something fun. Like you might not necessarily make the most delicious thing ever, right? It might not be that, but it's gonna be fine. You know what I mean? It's rare, well, okay, it can be easy to mess it up, but you know, as long as you're paying attention, it should at least be fine. Raspberry cheesecake. Ooh, I do like me some cheesecake. Mm. Cheesecakes can take a while to make, though, right? Like I was watching on YouTube about how to make cheesecakes, and they're not super hard to make by the looks of it. But I've not done one, so let me not see too much. But they don't look hard, but they do take a while. Am I right in that? Like they can take like a day because you have to like wait for the cheese to set or something. Or I mean, you can't just make a cheesecake in a couple of hours, right? Or is it? Or can you? I don't know. Maybe there's a way that you know. Turn out delicious. Oh man, I do like cheesecake. Awesome. Bet you're proud of yourself. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's need to stay in the fridge for super long. Yeah, one of these days, man. I'll try and make my own cheesecake. Yo, what up, Belgian Dan? Belgian Dan, the man. My little brother, right? My little brother has this girlfriend who made a cheesecake one time, and it was such a good cheesecake. I was like, you better keep this woman. I was like, you better keep this woman, bruh. That cheesecake was good. She ain't made it again since though, so like, I don't know. Might have to words with her, you know what I mean? Where's the cheesecake? I want this cheesecake. Come on. Sounds like a keeper for real. Make a good cheesecake. Oof. Better keep that woman. Belgian Dan, the man. The man with a plan to get buff as he can. I was watching a show, Dan, called Supercell. I think you might like it. It's on Netflix. I was recommending it to Isaline, but I think you might like it as well. It's kind of like if you remember a show called Misfits, like Misfits meets Top Boy. I think that's a good way of describing it, but it's definitely more than just that, you know. Council, no, 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 nothing like that. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. That's little sister territory. Like, no. Yo, what up, Sam? Sam being a place to be. Find me a man to eat the cheesecake. Listen, if you can make cheesecake, you can get a man. I'll tell you that much. If you can make cheesecake, you can get them. Because you know, men aren't that difficult. Like when it comes down to it, let's keep it real. Men are not that difficult. Like I feel like it's harder for. And look, maybe I'm being a little bit sexist here. Maybe I'm being just a tiny little bit, chauvinist or whatever. But I feel like it's easier when a woman likes a man, right? It's easier for the woman to get the man than it is for a man to get a woman. Not in all cases, of course. I know that's not every single case, but I feel like in general, generally speaking, you know what I mean? Generally speaking, like it's easier for a woman to get a man that she likes than it is for a man to get a woman that she likes. If you can make a cheesecake, bruh, you are unstoppable. I tell you that. You are unstoppable. Just turn up to whatever guy you like, just turn up with the cheesecake in hand. They'd be like, you don't even need to say nothing. It's like it's a yes right there. You got cheesecake, all right? Men are simple creatures. Listen, if you can't, then I lost hope for mankind. I mean, I just want someone to cook and clean for most men in my area like to party at my age. Oof. Well, 28 is I must say it's an old. Well, it's not old. Let me be clear on that. 20 is not old. It's probably old than most party people. To be fair, like I feel like 28 is kind of like well, not even 28. Let's say because I think here's the thing. This is something that's different for men and women as well. All right, one second. One second. Let me think of my words before I put my foot in my mouth. Give him the cheesecake and. We ain't doing that. Eat it for myself. You can cook then you're golden. Then you're golden. Never mind making cheesecake. That's just the cherry on top. A youngling. But like, you go to a club, right? The oldest men in the club are gonna be probably about 28, 29, maybe 30, like that kind of late 20s, early 30s ages. That's the oldest men in the club. The oldest women in the club, and of course, there are sometimes older men in there. I know I'm generalizing. I'm generalizing. But the oldest women in the club could be like, 40s, 50s, 60s, even, right? So I feel like women's clubbing days extends long beyond men's clubbing days. You know what I mean? Like women be in the club at like 65 with their friends, dancing around all the 20-year-old dudes and don't want to bother them. Like guys be in the club at like 28, 29, 30, and be like, man, I'm too old for this. Man, I'm too old for this. What am I doing here? I'm too old for this. I don't know. That's how it is in my experience anyway. It might be different in Norway. Might be different in Norway. Maybe Norwegian clubbing scene's a bit different. Also, maybe it's the other way around. The oldest men in the clubs here are in the 50s. So it might be the other way around in Norway. Well, the oldest man in the club was 69. Ooh. So I still go into clubs after I turn 22. Oof. I think it's awesome. Older women are doing it. I would never, but good for them. All I know is the last time I went to a club, I think, oof, I think late 30s. I want to say I can't remember the exact age, but I think it was the late 30s. The last time I went to a club, and even then, only it wasn't a planned day. It was kind of like I was out with some friends and they were going, and I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna go home. No, 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 come. I was like, look, I'm not really dressed for the club anyway. No, 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 don't worry about it. I was like, I ain't really got any money to get in the club. I was like, don't worry about it. So I was like, okay, fine, you twist my anyway. So yeah, I'm like maybe late 30s at this point, and I go to this club, and we have a good time because I'm with people sort of my age. It's not a problem when you're with people your own age. It's not a problem, right? But at the same time, I'm kind of there like, bro, you looking around, you can't talk to no one outside of your friend group. You can't talk because back in the day, yeah. Listen. Yeah, let me tell you something. Back in the day, like back in my peak, man was in the club like chatting up big, yeah, like man was there, fam. But at 30, whatever, like late 30s, 38, 39, whatever age that was, like you can't be talking to like a 20-year-old. You know what I mean? For one thing, you don't even know that she's even 20. Like she might be 14, you know what I mean? Like you don't even know. She might look 20, she's actually 14, you know what I mean? They could be like that. Like people just do themselves up, makeup and everything. It's like, bruh, she looks 20, but she's actually you just don't even know. So it's like best don't even talk to her. Just don't even look. Yo, what up, bull? You know what I mean? Don't even look. Like you see it over, turn away. That's it. That's all you can do. You see something in the corner, turn away. Turn away. Just don't even. So it's just awkward because like back in the day, you'd be like, yeah, man, let me go chat to girl. Let me chat to girl. But then you get into like the 38 age, and it's like, well, I ain't trying to talk to no one. I just nah. Let me let me just sit here and sip my juice. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. But yeah, man, my clubbing days definitely a long past. I know. Maybe if I could find like a club night for the over 35s or something, I might do that. But it's a regular day. Nah. I think we good. That's like going back when going club and stops meaning hitting a mammoth on the head of the club. That's dinner sorted. Big bull, how is you? Speaking of hitting stuff, don't forget to hit the like. Give me a cheeky like. But I was talking to one guy in my cab the other day, actually. Well, yesterday, actually. Was it yesterday? Yeah, I think it was yesterday. And I was telling him like because we were talking about sort of YouTube and social media and content creation stuff like that. And I was just telling him like, you know what, that whole thing that YouTubers do. Like, I mean, to be fair, I don't see it too much these days, but it was like a while where you watch a video maybe back in like the I don't know, honestly like the mid 2010 to something like 2015 kind of era, where you turn on a video on YouTube and like immediately just hearing things like, um, "Hey guys, give me a cheeky like on a," it's like all that kind of stuff. I'm like, bruh. Moment you hear that, it's like, let me just turn this thing off. I ain't gonna watch the rest of it. It's too much. It's too much. Too much. I stopped going to clubs at around 26-ish because I moved cities and settled down. So you only stopped clubbing what 3 years ago then, right? Only 3 years ago. So it's quite recently then, really. Quite recently. Just got home from work. Off. Big relax, man. Big relax. Time to chill. Yeah. But the thing about like partying and clubbing, like even now, like even at my big ass old age now, part of me does kind of feel like I missed the club scene and I still got that one last good party and session left in me. Like I do kind of feel like that sometimes, but I feel like maybe that's just more, rose tinted glasses type thing. You know what I mean? When you kind of think about the old days and, going to the clubs that like, so, in your teens, like your 18, 19, early 20s, that kind of time. And you kind of reminisce about it a little bit. It's like, yeah, some good times. Man. Maybe I still, but I feel like when you start feeling that, you could really have to pull yourself out and be like, you know what? How you feel about something and how something actually is could be two completely different things. you know, they could be two completely different things. So you might feel like, yeah, you got one more good clubbing day left in you, but that just don't let me know embarrass myself today, huh? Let me know embarrass myself today. Let me know embarrass myself today. But yeah, man, like late teens, early 20s. I say that that's like for me peak partying time. That was like peak partying, peak clubbing time. That kind of late teens, early 20s time. That was peak, bruv. Peak. I went to Spiders. It's a rock metal nightclub, great music, cheap alcohol. It was good time. Spiders. Was that in Kent? Oh wait, should have said that. My bad. Sorry. Let me not air out your business too much. But was that in the former place or the current place? Biola, I've got and the more I appreciate just staying home on a Saturday night, watching some something good on TV and eating tacos. Oof. I don't mind eating tacos myself, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah. You know. All right, you know what? Let me behave myself. Let me behave myself. Hull, okay. Oh, speaking of Hull, by the way, I have some boy, not those tacos. I mean, either way, it's a good time, right? But yeah, guys, I have some pretty cool news and some pretty big news to share, actually. So as of yesterday morning, wait, what day is today? Tuesday, yeah. So as of yesterday morning, or was it yesterday afternoon? One of them. Look, as of yesterday, I'm officially a homeowner. So yeah, that happened. That happened. I mean, it's not quite fully over. Like there's still like some last bits and bobs to do and some paperwork, some things like that, and keys and all that sort of stuff to do. But yeah, it became official yesterday. I'm the guy that owns the yard. So yeah, that happened. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So no tacos with salsa. I mean, could put a little sauce on it. Put a little salad cream. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a little mayonnaise on the on the taco. Oh, bruh. Let me. Okay, you know what? Behave yourself. Behave yourself. Behave yourself. Come on. Come on. Come on. But yeah, that happened as officially yesterday. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. Um, it was a long process, but yeah. The thing that kept it long, I mean, here's the thing: buying a house is a long process anyway, right? It's never going to be a quick thing that you know what I mean. It's not like buying a a a, a car or something. You know, actually, buying a car could be a long process too. To be fair, um, but yeah, it's a long process, and you know, and what but in my case, it did take longer than I think it normally takes. And one of the reasons for that, or I think the main reason for that, was the previous owner had to get some stuff fixed. Like there was a sink that needed fixing, a shower, I think some other stuff as well. I can't remember right now. Um, so they're waiting for confirmation that all that stuff was being fixed, and I don't know why that took long. I mean, that could be a case of getting the money to fix it and getting the right people to fix. I don't know. I'm not privy to that side of things, but yeah, that was one of the reasons, or one of the main reasons, I should say, why it took longer than it might have normally taken to settle it. But yeah, they got the confirmation, and then we had to set a completion date, which we set for the 22nd yesterday. And ahead of the completion date, I had to send over the deposit along with the solicitor fees, along with the what's it called? The I can't remember what's called right now. The it's some other fee as well, some other legal type fee. I forget what's called right now. But yeah, I basically had to send over a whole bunch of money. I basically just had to send over a whole bunch of money um to their account, which I did. And bro, let me tell you something. Yeah, like I had the money because I've been saving for it. But mate, when you send over that amount of money, your bank account drop. You know what I'm saying? Like your bank account looking skinny right now. You know what I'm saying? Like your bank account be looking like it needs a biscuit. You know, that's what happens. Your bank account was fat before. It's like, yeah, man, man's got bread, bro. Now I've barely got a cracker. You know what I mean? Just empty it out. It's like, but yeah, I sent over the money on Friday, so that's received. And then on Monday yesterday, had to sign some stuff, which I did, send it back to them, and yeah, it was all official. So yeah, like I said, a couple of other paperwork bits to do, but as of yesterday, I am officially a homeowner. So yeah, really excited about that. So what happened? Oh, what happened? I bought a house. And it was finalized yesterday. Dan, you'll have to take me to get a vanilla slice to celebrate. You know what? I just might do that. I just might do that. One of these days, I just might do that. I'm gonna have to get you the milk first, but I just might do that. Mommy's tacos with daddy's milk. That's where little boys come from. And little girls too, I guess. You know, sugar and spice and all that. But anything is a process now for sure. Homo Haze, yeah, man. I'm a homo. No. And the bank account look like it has less fat percentage than I have, right? Right, do you know what I mean? My bank used to be obese. Now it's ugh. What is this? I'll go. Oh, we're missing child support for. All right, so if I get that vanilla slice, I don't have to pay any child support. Cool. I feel that's fair. Actually, I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. Yeah, yeah, that's settled. I pay the vanilla slice. I'll get the vanilla slice. I don't have to do the child support. Cool, cool, cool. That's yeah, agreed. Handshake. Yeah, yeah, virtual handshake. It is actually a pretty good vanilla slice, though. To be fair, like I ain't gonna lie, like it actually is pretty good. It was uh Coupland's place is called, and they have a bunch of stores in the Midlands, Midlands in the UK, East Midlands, I think more specifically. I'm not sure they have any stores over in like Liverpool side of things or like sort of west side of things, but they seem to be mostly like in the East Midlands or pretty much only in the East Midlands, at least as far as I can tell. Anyway, maybe there's other places, but I've yeah. Anyway, they're pretty big in the East Midlands, and mate. I don't know why they haven't come to London, but if they did, bro, they'd be making them. I mean, I'm sure they make money anyway. I'm sure they do just fine anyway. They've been around long enough, clearly, so they're financially doing fine. But bruh, but I don't know. I don't know. London's expensive. I mean, they just figured, look, we don't want to deal with the high rent and the high land prices and the high this and the high that. You know, like why bother when they're doing just fine in East Midlands? I get that, I suppose. I understand that. I'm sitting there wondering what a vanilla slice is. Oh, well, let me show you what vanilla slice is. It's basically a slice of vanilla. No, there's more to it than that. I mean, it's a pastry dish. Um, Let me get some pictures up. That's a good picture to show you. So they kind of look like, well, they look like this. Now I get it. When you see it like this, it doesn't look like much. I get that. It doesn't look like much when you see it like this. But when I tell you these things are so good, these things are so good, you know. And I'm guessing they don't have these in Norway, which is a shame. But if you're ever on holiday to the UK, you can get them in a lot of places in the UK. Like a lot of supermarkets would have them. But I ain't gonna lie, man. Couplands, oof, they just might be the best ones. They just might be the best ones. But yeah, like this, they don't seem like much to look at. But yeah, they're really nice. These are really really nice. But it's basically like a pastry with like a vanilla custard in the middle, but it's like a thick custard with between two pieces of pastry, and then you usually have like an icing or like an icing sugar or something like that on the top. But yeah, really nice. These are really nice. Looks a bit like a Napoleon cake. Well, let's search Napoleon cake because you know what? It's possible that the same thing can have two different names depending on where you are. So yeah, I could see some similarities. Maybe not quite exactly the same thing, but yeah, there's definitely some similarities in there. Let's see here. Is Napoleon cake the same as a vanilla slice? A millefeuille, French millefeuille. I should know how to read that by now. Lee, Thousand Sheets, also known by the names Napoleon in North America, Vanilla Slice in the United Kingdom, and Custard Slice. Okay, so yeah, they are pretty much the same thing then. They are pretty much the same thing. Millefeuille is a French dessert made of puff pastry layered with pastry cream. Okay, so I guess the only difference is the style, but they're pretty much the same ingredients. There's just maybe the style that they're shaped in is what changes. But yeah, apparently they're pretty much the same thing. And now we know. And now we know. This that sounds like a relative vanilla ice. Ice, ice baby. It could be. Could be. He was the better. Vanilla Slice was the better rapper, but you know, she's never really heard about him that much. I remember to look for the Vanilla Slice if I go UK for sure, for sure. Six not keep Vanilla Slices are awful in comparison. Yeah, 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 but I mean, depending on where you go, you might not have much choice. You might not have much choice. I mean, well, put it this way: if you come to the UK and you could find like a bakery, you know, in the UK, like a specialist bakery in the UK, which by the way, there are plenty of. There's loads. Yeah, you could probably get a really good vanilla slice from a bakery. If you go to the supermarket, don't get. It's not going to be. I mean, it's not going to be disgusting, but yeah, yeah, it won't be as good. Like let's just keep it real. It won't be as good. It's probably not going to be as fresh for one thing, you know. But yeah, if you could find a bakery or a place like that, like a specialist place, yeah, go there. You might pay a little bit more for it, but it'd be worth it. Reminds me of this. Ooh, what's this? Tom Poos. Okay, so yeah, this is actually a similar thing. Let me pull it up on the screen here real quick so y'all can see. But yeah, it's actually a similar thing. So Tom Poos, a tompo or tompoes is a pastry in the Netherlands and Belgium. It is the local variety of the millefeuille or Napoleon, introduced by an Amsterdam pastry baker and named after Admiral Adenish Tom Poos. Um, the stage name of the Frisian dwarf Jan Hanema. Okay, so yeah, it looks like this thing has a lot of different names depending on where you are in the world. So we say vanilla slice. Norway says Napoleon cake. Apparently, America says Napoleon cake as well. Belgium says Tom Pouce. If I'm saying that right myself, Tom Pouce or Tom Pooch. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. But I guess the original name is by the French, the millefeuille. The millefeuille. Feuille. Millefeuille. Feuille. I think I'm saying that right. Feuille. French is an interesting language in that there's a lot of times you don't actually pronounce letters in a word when it's in French. Like they have a lot of silent letters in their words, like a lot, a lot. Like so when you look at a word and how it's written, like you could have a word that has two complete different spellings, but the exact same pronunciation in French. Like it's actually mad. Like to when you're learning French, because you're like, wait a minute, how is these saying the same? How are these pronounced the same? They're spelled almost completely different, but they're pronounced the same. You know, or you have words that are spelled the same, but maybe wait, do you have words that spell the same pronounced different? Yeah, you probably do as well. But I mean, to be fair, we got that in English too, but I don't think we have it to the extent that French has it. French is like almost every word has like a variation of it because there's like a lot of masculine and feminine for one thing in with the nouns and that kind of thing. And then so they have slightly different pronunciations depending on whether it's plural, masculine plural, feminine plural. It's a lot. It's a lot. Slice, slice, maybe. Dun, 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 dun. The more we know, indeed. Oof. I think Isn't just stole one of Dan's lines, actually. You don't have much choice. I have the Kooflins. Well, we've got Greg's. Granted, maybe not as good as Coupland's. Maybe. I have to do a side by side. Greg's are pretty good, but I'm gonna have to do like a side by side one of these days. Like go to Hull and then come buy a vanilla slice from Greg's and a vanilla slice from Coupland's, and then just compare them side by side and be like, okay, let's decide. Let's figure this out. Which one is actually better? Like a lost puppy when I travel, but remember bakery vanilla slice, yes sir. How's your French going, by the way? I'm doing okay, I think. I mean, I could construct sentences. Oh, I actually went to Paris on on Thursday last week. I went to Paris for the day, so that was really cool. And the thing is, like, you go to Paris and you speak French with people, and they'll just speak English back to you. Like in most cases, they'll just speak English back to you. Like they can tell you're a foreigner. They can tell you're a foreigner, and they just be like, yeah, and they actually speak better English than I do, quite frankly. So it's kind of like, man, what am I learning this damn language for? But it was cool. I really enjoyed it out there. Really enjoyed it out there. And I did, yeah, I used a little bit of French, thing. I was like, yeah, salut, salut, bonjour. It's like they surrendered so often that they gave up pronouncing certain letters and words for real. For real, like, trying to remember all this stuff. It's like, it don't have that vanilla flavor in the custard. Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. You sure you didn't catch my off day, maybe? Hmm. I don't know. I feel like I remember them having the flavor in there. Or but then again, it was a while ago since I had a Greg's vanilla slice. To be fair, it was a while ago, and maybe I'm misremembering. Hmm. All right, yeah, I'm gonna have to do a side by side. I'm gonna have to do a side by side. I think that's the only the only way forward. I have to do a side by side. But yeah, let me show you some. Can I show you some? Let me not bait that out too much. So but yeah, this is France. France. This is on the way to France. Oh wait, you know what? I'm on the wrong tab. Okay, so let me oh shit, this is there. So yeah, this is on the way to France. Mandela effect, you know what I mean? From what I remember to what actually happened. Oh, how we can have a long conversation about cakes. Hey, it's what we do, man. It's what we do. We chat about everything, anything, and everything. That was on the train on the Eurostar. So out the window. That's when we got to Paris. Gare du Nord. Gare is a French for station, like train station. So basically, North train station is what that is. Gare du Nord. I know a little bit of French. Duolingo, man. Duolingo helps out. But yeah, this is just getting outside. Selfies outside train stations and airports. I'm trying to make a thing of it. I'm trying to turn it into a thing. That's like my new life goal is to take pictures, selfies outside of as many train stations and airports as possible. So yeah, that was yeah, North Station. Yeah, God, you know. This actually was where they filmed. Have you guys seen? Well, I know Dan's seen this, but has anybody else seen John Wick Part 4? So in John Wick Part 4, there's a scene that takes place near the end of the movie, and this is where they filmed it. So that's that scene where near the end of the film. That's where they filmed it. That's the stairs that he fell down on. Remember those stairs? Yeah. When he gets to the top and he falls all out down the stairs. Yep, that's the stairs. We saw those stairs. Looks amazing. It was so cool, man. We just go around, three of us, taking selfies. That was just a really cool shot. That I thought was really cool. And then of course Eiffel Tower way in the distance. I got a close up picture later. That's the first stop that's the first proper stop we made. It was a cafe called Le Deli. Le Delis. And that was really cool. It was a nice spot. And that was just a place I saw across the road. Murder. Murd. Murd. Dan knows what that means. Dan knows what that means. That's why I took a picture of it. I just thought it was funny. I should start taking selfies too. I always have random pictures of things, but never me. Oh wait, never me in yeah. I mean, it's like for me, it's just like it's kind of a silly. Well, I don't know if it's silly, but it's a minor little proof that you've been there. You know what I mean? Like it's just a minor, tiny little proof that you've been there. So I mean, I know it doesn't mean much to anybody, but for me, it's just kind of like a cool thing outside the train station, outside the airport, whatever. And it's like, yeah. And if you can find like the name anywhere, that's even better. Get it in the background. They don't always have the name up somewhere, but if you can find the name of it, it's even better. Nah, so good. I got you. I got what you meant. That's got actual French croissants in actual France. That was really cool. Really Japanese, exactly. So here's the thing. They had this coffee drink called cafe glace. All right. Now I understood glass as meaning ice cream, so I thought it was coffee with ice cream. It turns out it's not. It's coffee with ice. Like it's coffee with ice. It was fine. It was fine. But I thought glace was the French word for ice cream. So I was like, oh, coffee with ice cream. Let's try that. It was coffee with ice. So apparently glace has two translations. It can mean ice cream. It could also mean ice. So in this case, it just meant ice. A little disappointed it wasn't ice cream. I ain't gonna lie, but still, it was a nice drink, so I can't be too mad. I actually thought that guy was an actual statue, by the way. It's a dude, you know those dudes that just keep still. I saw him and thought, oh, there's a statue of a road sweeper. And he's like, no, it was a guy. But he was very still. Some landscape or I know distant stuff. Some more pics. Well, there's loads of pics really. Some art, street art that I saw. When you order iced tea, but for real, order an iced tea on Wish. Yeah, street posters, street art. There's a lot of street art. Quick video. There's some cool scenery, really. Just a lot of cool scenery. There's a nice. That's a bakery. The French Bastards is a bakery, and yeah, they have some nice baked goods in there. They had some real nice stuff. That's what I got. It was a brioche something. I can't remember what it was called, but yeah, it was really nice. I love street art. They have so much in my city too. Yeah, it's a cool thing to see, like the graffiti artists and that kind of thing. I really like that. I actually really do enjoy it. I mean, I know it's vandalism technically. Well, not even technically it is, but still, it's cool that it happens. That was a cool shop. That was I guess a burger joint, or yeah, I guess you could call it a burger joint. But yeah, nice burgers in there, man. Look at that thing. Oof. And they give some like a big portion of chips too. Les grands frites. Les grands portions de frites. That was a nice burger, really. Like a smash burger or something, they call it. Well, I mean, you get smash burgers over here, I know, but even still. So Butcher now owns a burger joint. Good to know, right? Well, I mean, if you're gonna kill the well, yeah, well, actually, the butcher doesn't kill the meat. The butcher cuts up the meat, and I guess this butcher cooks it too. Oh, that coffee was really nice, by the way. So we went to a place called Cafe des Arts and asked for a latte, cafe latte, and I don't know what it was about it, what they did with it, but mate, that was a really nice coffee. That was a really nice coffee. Special V. Are you watching The Boys? So we'll walk along the river. Dupont. I can't remember what that was called, but took a picture of it. And in front of it, kinda, it was gated up. Back, the Mister came home from work. Has to tell him to reheat his food. You have to tell him to reheat his food, man. What are you doing with that guy? I'm just saying. You have to tell him to reheat his food, like, bruh. No, I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm playing. But yeah, I guess now he knows. You have to tell him how to turn the microwave on as well. Press that button. No, no, that button. Cafe latte is really good, for sure, for sure. But I mean, usually when you get a latte, at least in the UK, right? When you get a latte, don't get me wrong, they're not bad. If you go to a good coffee shop, that's fine. But I don't know, there was something about that latte, just like it just hit. Like I feel like the problem with a lot of times we get lattes or any kind of milk coffee is that the milk to coffee ratio is often off. Like, you know what I mean? Like, especially if you go to like a Costa or a Starbucks or something like that. Like, it could really be hit or miss when in those places. Like they could have too much milk, and it's just especially and the lattes, especially they could have this too much milk. But then you go to like a coffee shop and it's done much better. But I don't know, even that one that was just like the texture, the ratio, they nailed it all, man. They really did. I sometimes ask myself the same question. Can have it cold if he wants, but a cold fry up, isn't it? A cold fry up. Let's see. So, I mean, if you put enough sauce on it, it'd be fine. Like if you put a lot of tomato ketchup on it, it might be okay. Don't get me wrong. It's always gonna be better warm, of course. It's always gonna be better warm. I ain't saying that. But enough tomato ketchup or enough hot sauce, save anything. Especially hot sauce. Put enough hot sauce on it, you will save anything. There's some really interesting architecture out there as well. Like, some more street art. But yeah, some really interesting architecture. Du bon, Sir Dupont. I think that's right. Du bon, Sir Dupont. No, je bon, Sir Dupont. I think I'm saying that right. I think I'm saying that right. I saw that cock. It's a big one too. Yeah, that is raspberry yop. I think it's raspberry anyway. Parfum framboise. I think that's raspberry. I'm not entirely sure. It tasted like raspberry, so I'm going to assume that it was. And this is when we got closer to the Tour Tour Eiffel, which is the French, how the French say it, Eiffel Tower. Tour Eiffel, Tour Eiffel, Eiffel. Or is it Leto or Lato? La Tour Eiffel. I'm probably messing it up, but I know like there's a difference between Leto and Lato. Like there's two different meanings. If one of them means tower, another one means like everything, like literally like just when you say like all of something, like every. But yeah, Leto and Lato. I think Leto is tower. I think I can't remember. But yeah, another thing that makes French confusing and hard to learn. Differences between la and le could sometimes change the meaning of a word. So when we got to the Eiffel Tower, right, we walked everywhere we went. Almost everywhere we went, we walked, right, except on the way back. Because on the way back, we're like, okay, we need to get to the station in time, in plenty of time, to make sure we're not rushing around and missing our train or whatever, right? So on the way back, we're like, okay, we can get a cab, but because on that day a lot of the roads were closed because they're getting ready for the Olympics, they've closed off a lot of the roads already. It was difficult getting a cab, and we spoke to one taxi guy. Now we actually tried to get a cab, like a Bolt cab initially, and it was coming up at like 14 euros initially, like, but the guy didn't come. Like he was saying he was going to come, but he didn't come. So eventually we were talking to a taxi guy, like one of the taxi service where you could hail. And we're asking like how much it is to take us to the station to Paris Gare du Nord. And dude wanted 80 euros, 80. Now bear in mind, like, Bolt was going to charge 14. Granted, Bolt didn't show up, but Bolt would have charged 14 euros. This guy wanted 80. 80. Now, here's the thing. I understand that, okay, we're in a bit of a pickle. We're trying to get to somewhere. We don't really want to walk if we could avoid it. They're gonna charge a little bit. They're gonna charge a bit more than normal. I kind of get that. We're tourists. I kind of get that. They're gonna charge a bit more. Had he said something like 20 euros, might have been like, you know what, fine, done. 20 euros, we can do that. Man said 80. And bear in mind that from where we were to where the station is about 2 miles. So man wanted 80 euros to take us 2 miles. 2 miles, 80 euros, by the way, is like, I think it's about 74 pounds or something like that, like 75 pounds. Man wanted 75 pounds to take us 2 miles. I was like, bro, nah, come on. You're taking the piss, bro. You're taking the piss. Like you overshot it by a mile. You overshot it by a mile. We could have been like, had he said 20 euros, we're like, fine, it's a bit more, but whatever, it's here and it saves us from walking, right? Save us from walking. We know we can get there in time. Fine, 20 euros. Had he said that, fine. Man said 80. And I had to question him. I was like, did you say 18 or 80? You know, D Sweets or Catravan? What did you say? He was like, 80, Catravan, 80. Bro. The way I was like, nah. I was like, that's a stretch. That's a stretch. You end up getting a train back. I don't get a train like the metro back, and it was like €2, like €2 and 50 cents or something to use the metro. I was like, you know what? Not paying 80. Not paid. Not because even if you split it, that's like what 20 something each, 25 each or something like that, give or take. Like, nah, you're taking a piss. Did you guys know there was another version of Rocky 4? Don't know how I missed it, but I corrected that. I did not know that. I did not know that. Dan, you knew that, right? Dan's a film guy, by the way, so I'm sure Dan knew that. Yeah, that's in the metro that we took. At least it isn't simplified Chinese. Director's cut. Oh yeah, you knew. Wow, 80. I'd walk no matter how long it would take. I mean, be honest, if we'd have walked, it was about 2 miles. So I can walk 2 miles in approximately 40 minutes. And it would have been enough time to get to this. We would have still had enough time, but it might have been sort of, you just get into the station in time and you know what I mean? That kind of thing where you kind of just get into the station in time and you might be rushing around a bit, getting through like the was it checking stuff or all that kind of thing. That's why I was thinking of just get a cab so we don't have to rush so much. But yeah, €80 is like, bro, you're stretching it too far. So we got the metro. We got the metro. Oh, that's a poster that I saw because Count of Monte Cristo or Comte de Monte Cristo as I guess the title. But that's one of my favorite books of all time. And I guess there was a film made of it that is shown in French cinema. But yeah, if you've never read the Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas, yeah, it's one of my favorite books of all time. Just really brilliantly written. It's a long book. I tell you that now. It's a very long book, but so worth reading. And at the station, I don't know the name of the music she was playing, but it was nice. Oh, Rocky versus Drago. Don't know how I missed that. Maybe he hates English people. He could do. Could very well do. You guys for tourists, so we charge more. That's the thing. I don't even mind that so much, right? Okay, we're tourists. The roads are closed. It's a busy day. You could charge a little bit more than normal. I kind of get that, right? I mean, look, business. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Business. But bro, 80. You know what I'm saying? Like 80. Like when the normal price is 14, how are you gonna charge 80, man? Like if you're gonna charge more, don't go there. Man, nah. Oh, that was just a sign I saw on the toilet. I just thought it was really cool. I just thought it was a really cool sign on the toilet. King and Queen, Prince and Princesses. Oh, this was really cool actually. So in the station, they have a thing where this machine where you press a button and it gives you this. In fact, I got it here. Gives you this long sheet. Well, it's not really that long. It looks long, but it's basically a short story that it gives you in either English or French, whichever language you choose. And it's something to read while you're waiting for your train. And I just thought that was a really cool thing. So I don't believe I've seen that anywhere before, where you could just like get like a short story for free. And it just I haven't actually read this yet, by the way, but that's a really cool idea. You just you press a button and it spits out this short story that you can read while waiting for your train. So I was like, you know, that is a cool idea. I don't know if there's anywhere else has it. I've never seen it before, but definitely that's something more places should have. I was just on the way back. Oh yeah, that's just me taking selfies in my car. That was in London, so yeah, we don't have to worry. I just thought, like, I feel like taking a selfie in my car. I was like, I took a selfie in my car. So yeah, there we are. But yeah, that was my Paris trip on Thursday. Really cool time. I'll see Screen Run, Rocky 4. Rocky 4 director's cut differences. Every new scene and story change. Oof, okay. Rocky 4, Rocky versus Rocco. Yeah, I guess this is the one. Okay, I did not know this existed. But now that I do, I think, yeah, like Sam said, I'm going to have to correct that. Intonation is so important in simplified Chinese. I mean, look at this. Ma, mother, ma, hemp, ma, horse, ma, to scold, ma, particle indicating a question. Yeah, that would definitely confuse me. I feel like for English speakers, that's confusing. Like, because we don't really have a lot of those types of things in. I mean, I guess there's some example. I think the closest example I could think of is like maybe read and read. Where the two words are spelled the same, but they're pronounced slightly different, and it means something slightly different. Like read is current, read is past tense. But yeah, you're not far off. Like you're still talking about, you know, deciphering words. But yeah, that's completely different. Ma, ma. I'm not even sure how to pronounce some of those accents, like ma, ma, ma. So cool. I've never seen it before. Indeed, worth watching. And mix up mother and horse. Well, I mean, depends on which mother we're talking about. I'm just saying. Just saying. Took the kids to see Twisters on Sunday. It was a good. Okay. Have you seen the original Twisters? And how does it stack up compared to that? The original Twisters was with Kevin Bacon, was it? No. No, 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 no. Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt. Kevin Bacon was Tremors. What film was? Yeah, Tremors. Kevin Bacon was in Tremors. They didn't remake Tremors though, or did they? Maybe they actually. No, I think they probably did. Tremors has probably been remade about a million times by now. Actually, yeah, it has been. There has been in 2020. Tremors: Shrieker Island. Oh wait, is that a remake or is that a spoof? I don't think these are remakes or spoof, but there are other films called Tremors that don't seem related to the original film. Like I said, it's easy to call one's mom a horse in simplified Chinese, also known as Mandarin. They call it simplified Chinese, but it ain't really that simple, though, is it? I mean, I'm sure it's simple if you grow up around it and you're used to it. But for everybody else, it's like, this is not simple at all. This is actually pretty complicated. Thank you. Like, let's call it what it is. Complicated Chinese. Like it is not. It is anything but simple. Stop making me feel dumb by calling it simple. Like this is not simple. Okay. Maybe that's the plan. Everybody just feels stupid because they keep calling it simple Chinese. And they're like, I don't get it. Yeah, I said easy. Not that I've done it. I found my slipper, even there across the sea. Oof. No, I'm motivated just to see how good the aim is. You know, we need to find out how good is Islin's aim. Not only how good is Islin's aim, but how strong is the throw. And not only that, because you're going to need the right trajectory. You're going to have to consider like wind factor, you know, earth curvature. I think there's a lot of mathematics you're going to have to consider when throwing a slipper from Norway to to another country, like force, angle, direction, reflex, also like ricochets. I think it's really good, especially with slippers. Well, you're ready for motherhood then, aren't you? Or I don't know, are you a mother already? I don't think I've asked that yet. But if you don't mind saying, are you a parent, Iselin? And is that why your aim is so good? Or are you just practicing for being a parent in the future? Because that slipper aim will come in handy then. I'm not a mom yet. No, I'm just practicing. Ah, that's good. Be prepared. Be prepared. Get that practice in. That slipper aim on lock. I said, "You get back here." She can tell you, but then she has to. Damn, where'd I come from? Oh, we have our fun. I don't know. Maybe I should practice my slipper aim too. My 200 pieces of coffee filters has been dispatched, so they should be arriving tomorrow. Appreciate that, Amazon. Yo, what up, Pinkston? JG in a place to be. How is ye? Should have thrown a slipper at Holly, telling me to get in the kitchen and make her a sandwich. That's mad though, isn't it? Like, how was it? Get nine, was it? Mom, get in the kitchen and make me a sandwich. Like, raw. If I wasn't impressed, I'd be mad. Damn it. It's one of the moments where it's like you don't know whether to be angry or proud. Like, which one is it? Like, which one do? Kind of happy and sad in equal amounts. Like, she was so rude, but it was. I gotta appreciate the insult. You gotta appreciate the insult. They actually do it with for a Hitman game. Next Hitman game, you could throw slippers at people. You dress up as them as somebody's mom and throw slippers at them, and keep throwing slippers until they're dead. Just like kill them with a slipper. All right, the little shit. Oof, bruh. 9-year-old telling you to go. Mm. Can't even be mad at that though. Can't be mad at 9-year-old. They're 9. They're 9. They're not even 10 yet. You know what I mean? Not even 10 yet. Not even double digits yet. You're 9. Can't be mad at 9-year-old. Can't be mad. Did she at least say please though? I'm guessing not. I'm guessing there was not even a please in there or nothing. It was just like, get in the kitchen and make me a sandwich. Like, raw. Braxton. Brax Bivy in a place to bivy. So Lucky's advocate though. How would you feel, or let's say, I mean, I guess you don't know how you'd feel because but let's say hypothetically, like for us childless folk, um, hypothetically, how would you feel if your 9-year old tells you to get in the kitchen and make him a sandwich? I don't know, man. Like for me, like I guess it depends on how exactly it was said. You know what I mean? And of course, what type of relationship you have with your child. I think it depends on that. But I'd hopefully, I'd be able to handle it with at least some level of grace. I probably won't, though. I probably won't. I don't know. I probably won't. I'm a lot of things. Graceful is not usually one of them, so I probably won't make him a sandwich. Well, kid wants a sandwich. Kid gets a sandwich. No, you didn't say please. Oof. I did laugh though. I made her that sandwich. Even got her some biscuits and it's that on the head. Here's a sandwich. Here's some biscuits. And next time you can at least say please. I'm with the year indeed. Here's a knuckle sandwich. Man, kids are something. Kids are really something, huh? Goodness. I'm not saying I support hitting your kids. I'm just saying I understand. No, 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 no. I mean, it's kind of like when it comes to beating your kids, right? Like I feel like there's different levels to it because there's people who like proper smack their kids. Or, you know what I mean? Like there's people who are like violent on their kids. Like that's no, that's a no no. That's a come on. But then sometimes like just a little tap, just to let them know that listen, yeah, you're getting a bit close to that line. You're getting a bit close to that line. Nothing too like nothing close fist. Like if you happen to close, if you're doing this, then it's that you're going too far. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. But a little like, hey, 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 a little, just a little tap, just a little tap. Like, just let them know, hey, come on, you're doing too much. Yeah, you're a bit closer. You're a bit closer to the line. But yeah, like if you're talking about like just like proper like wailing, like nah, like I mean, let's be real. A lot of us probably went through that when we were kids, just getting beat. But don't mean we got to do it to our kids. You know what I mean? We don't need to carry that forward. If we if one day some woman is unfortunate enough to bear my children, hopefully I can at least not bring that part of my history forward. But nah, like beating your kids, like proper beating your kids, like no, that's a no go. Like I feel like no, come on, we could do better than that. We could do better than that. A little tap, maybe a little. All right, watch it, a little bit of a. But any kind of like slapping across the face like hard. If your hand is all the way back here, you know what I mean? Like if your hand is all the way back here and you're doing too much. You're doing too much. You know what I'm saying? You're doing too much. If your fist, if you got a fist, if your hands like this, you're doing too much. And if your hands like this and all the way back, you're doing way too much. Like, come on, you're doing too much. Maybe just a little tap. Oi, oi, watch it. That's it. That's it. You leave that there. Sandwich, okay. His sandwich, oh, goodness. I support harsh parenting, but everything has a limit for real, for real. But again, I'm not a parent, so I feel like I can't say much. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Like when you're not in that situation, it's easy to be like, well, I'll do this and I'll do that and I'll do this and I'll do that. But you have no idea what you actually do when you're faced with it. Like what you think you'll do and what you actually do. Yeah, they could be completely different things as well. Like all you could do is hope that if you are faced with that situation, you'll do the right thing in that moment. That's all you could hope for. But what that right thing ends up being, who knows? Like, bruh. I don't navigate behind the scenes, kids, but I do joke around it. Be here, by the way. It was a fun slap. We enjoyed the banter in my household. No, I got that. Yeah, we're not calling child services just yet, Sam. You're good. You're good. We're not calling child services just yet. Not yet. Just yet. Not just yet. We're not calling them at all. Yeah. Hello. Want to report an incident? Let me send you the address. Let me send you the location. Hey, something's gone wrong. Oh, there we go. We're back. Cool. I did not need her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. Oh. Hey, have you man seen what's it called again? Damn, the room. Have you guys seen The Room that Dan just referenced? When you talk about movies that are so bad that they're good, The Room is probably one of the epitomes of that film, of that notion. A film being so bad it's good. Like there is almost nothing good about this movie when you watch it, like from a storytelling point of view, from an acting point of view, from directing, anything you can use to judge any kind of metric of a movie. Like it doesn't do anything right, or pretty much most things at least, but yet I mean, it probably is technically the worst film ever made, but bruh, when they say so bad it's good, The Room is quite possibly the epitome of that. Sean Connery or not Sean Connery? That is a question. Yes, yes, yes. Bond. James Bond. 007. License to Kill. That romantic belly button humping scene. Oh, yeah. Well, that was art. That was pure art. That was pure art. That was just art. But yeah, speaking of belly button humping, it's coming to that time where one has to start winding down and wrapping up from belly button humping. I haven't seen that movie. Sounds so weird. Oh, weird is not even the let me see. They actually made a film about the making of that film with I forget the actor's name, but yeah, this is it. With Tommy Wiseau. Wiseau serious. Shout out Dan for that one. Yeah, this one, James Franco in Disaster Artist. So the disaster. I haven't seen the Disaster Artist, but the Disaster Artist is a film about the making of this film. bit though.
Hi.
Can I help you?
Yeah, can I have a dozen red roses, please?
Oh, hi, Johnny. I didn't know it was you. Here you go.
That's me. How much is it?
It'll be $18.
Here you go. Keep the change. Hi, doggy.
You're my favorite customer.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye-bye.
I was working as a busboy in a hotel, and she was sitting, drinking her coffee, and she was so beautiful. And I say hi to her. That's how we met.
She had a dozen guys. One of them found out about it, beat her up so bad she ended up in a hospital on Guerrero Street.
What a story, Mark. You are lying. I never hit you. You are tearing me apart, Lisa. You know what they say, love is blind.
How was work today?
Oh, pretty good. We got a new client at the bank. We'll make a lot of money.
What client?
I cannot tell you. It's confidential.
Oh, come on. Why not?
No, I can't. Anyway, how is your sex life? It's not over. Everybody betrayed me.
Yeah, you heard that right. You heard that right. So she got a sandwich. She then said she was trans. Okay, I said, shut up, Ollie. She said, I'm a toxic man and I don't support LBGT. I said, you don't even know the name of your community. But no more internet for her, bruh. That might have to be the punishment. No more internet. No more internet for her. Like, bro, that's too much internet. Favorite customer she didn't recognize it. Me, but that the film's was full of those fit scenes. I should watch that one too. For real, for real. The acting is top work. It's the best movie in the world. It really isn't, but it really isn't. But yeah, the epitome of so bad it's good. So yeah, that's the Room. If you've not seen it, another one you should watch. New York Ninja. That sounds familiar, you know. New York Ninja. Have I seen New York Ninja? 2021 movie. No, I don't think I've seen this. But I do like ninjas, and I like New York. So yeah. Ginger Lynn, Adrian Meltzer. Oh, Cynthia Rock. Oh, this has to get watched. Oh, listen. Dan, I know you know. I know you know. I know you know. But listen, for you men that don't know, Cynthia Rothrock is legendary, fam. Cynthia Rothrock is legendary. Okay. Yeah. Okay, this is, and Michael Berryman's in this as well. Okay. But yeah, Cynthia Rothrock. That just sold me the movie. If you don't know about Cynthia Rothrock, she's a legendary martial artist. Did a lot of movies in the 80s. Some stuff with Jackie Chan as well. But yeah, she was like a name that, I guess to be fair, okay, here we go. All right, cool, we back. Yeah, I guess she was never like big like that. She was never like in that mainstream kind of, like you know about Chuck Norris, you know about Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan. You know what I mean? There's certain names you just know because they kind of transcended the martial arts world and became more mainstream. Cynthia Rothrock never, I guess, to be fair, never quite hit that mainstream fame like that. But if you watch martial arts movies, like if you watched all the American martial arts movies back in the 80s, or you know, that kind of era where they were doing a lot of stuff like that, bruh, you know about Cynthia Rothrock, legendary in the game, legendary. So yeah, that just sold me on this movie, Cynthia Rothrock. I actually follow her on Instagram because, like, well, legendary fam, legendary. And I don't care if she's 67, she's hot, like, bruh. Listen. You know, let me not say nothing. let me not say that. Let me not get myself in trouble. But bruh, Cynthia Rothrock has nah. She's getting chatted to, you get me, fam? She's getting talked to. Man, I talk to her, you know. You know, let me behave myself. She's legend, but it only has bloody hell. Well, I guess it's best to hear that now than to watch the movie and be disappointed that she's barely in it. So I appreciate that. But still, I do like ninjas and I do like New York. So yeah, that's and you know, Marco Berryman's in this movie, which I don't know Marco Berryman, but he played a lot of like henchmen type guys and stuff like that. Like he's in a film called The Guyver, which is a terrible film, but again, so bad it's good. In fact, Mark Hamill's in The Guyver actually. So there's that. Post Star Wars fame, Mark Hamill did a film called The Guyver based on an anime, and it is a bad movie, but it's kind of fun. Kind of a fun time. Oh, nice. You met him. What's he like in real life? It must have really. I better watch what I'm saying. I might get that slipper from Norway. Slipper from Norway? No way. Oh wait, he was in Weird Science though. I didn't know that, you know. I must have missed that. Or maybe it's just been so long ago, I don't remember, but still. Weird Science, a mad film though. He's pretty chill and taller than I thought. Oof, how tall is he? Let's see. This guy's, I think they'll say his height somewhere. 1.88, 1 meter and 88 centimeters. That's nearly, I think that's about 6 foot, right? Or no, it's taller than 6 foot. It's like 6 foot and a couple of inches at least. But yeah, that's a tall dude. That's a tall dude. But yeah, guys, it's about that time. One must start winding down. But yeah, I should be live streaming again next week. At 8 p.m. GMT ish. Might be more like 8 p.m. BMT, but we'll see. But yeah, I'll try and post a video during the week. I do have some ideas for videos I want to post during the week. I just try and get time to record them, so I hope I can get some time this week to record some stuff and post them. But yeah, next week, Tuesday, 8 p.m. GMT ish, for the next live stream. Inshallah, see you guys then. But yeah, you've been awesome as always. I appreciate you and all that you do. Thank you for keeping me company. That's the wrong button. No, that's the wrong button. There we go. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for keeping it lively. Until whenever, if ever. You're tearing me apart, Lisa. Oh, hi, Mark. By the way, how's your sex life? All right, so let me stop. I think I can see that slipper coming from Norway, actually. So let me duck before he gets in. All right, peace out, y'all.